You know, I think a lot of people would agree with this therapist crap.
Well,
and it is true. We all had problems growing up.
Yeah, but Opie, what I'm trying to say to you is I have no friends. None of my friends, Jim, Patrice, Keith Robinson, if I call any one of them up to say, hey, dude, I'm having a hard time, blah, blah, they hang up on my face.
Right.
Those are the worst collection of friends.
They're the worst. So I'm paying for a friend once a week, Opie, just to listen to me. That's all. I'm paying
But you realize that person doesn't really care.
I know he doesn't care. He wants my money.
And they're only giving you advice based on what you decide to tell them. So I think if you do go to a therapist, you have to be completely honest.
I am.
And how many? Maybe you are the guy, Bob. Maybe you're the guy. But I think everyone that goes to a therapist, they're holding back stuff that is going to fuck up the advice that's coming back at you.
I don't like the little sarcasm you had when you said maybe you're the guy. I caught that little fucking
Bob,
sarcasm.
Maybe you're the guy.
Hold on,
in
Bob.
other words, he meant you're not the guy.
I don't know.
I know exactly.
Hold on.
Thank you, Anthony.
Hold on. I will defend you, Bob, because you've probably. I'm going to give you the title. I'm going to give you a title right now. I think you have been the most honest person we've ever had on this show. Even more than Jim Norton.
Oh, shit.
This guy has said stuff where I know when I'm going home and stuff, I'm like, I cannot believe he's openly talking about this stuff on the radio.
Very true.
So, although you heard sarcasm, I'm telling you, maybe you are the guy, because you are pretty damn open about what has happened to you in the past.
I am very open. And you know what? I actually have gone to the show and done therapy at your
All
show.
right, hold on. It was off Dennis Leary's Lock and Load album. I did not listen to that piece of crap. I'm sorry. I heard that it was an awful album, and I never listened to the Dennis Leary Lock and Load album, okay?
You talking about my CD or his?
Huh? I haven't listened to yours yet either, even though you gave it to me about 6 months ago. I'm sorry.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
All right, continue, Bob.
Listen, man. I just pay for a friend. If you want to be my friend, Opie, I'd call you.
Oh, he just paid.
No, we
for
really
a friend.
tried to be friends, and we both knew it just wasn't working.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh.
We were at a Starbucks, and he went down the friend road, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know, Bob.
I got all my friends.
I don't know. I don't know if I have room for another friend.
Opie is most
done with
Bob, you remember that day, too. It's like, why don't we exchange numbers? And I'm like, you can get a hold of me through Jim.
The whole conversation in his own head, though. He didn't even involve me. He did my
done with
part
friends.
in his own head, and then out of nowhere, we're just sitting in there in silence, and he goes, nah, we can't be friends. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
We were all. God. I forgot. This happened while we were on hiatus, and I was hanging out with Norton and Bob, and I like Bob. I think he's cool and stuff. And we're sitting at Starbucks, and we went from that uncomfortable, don't know each other, that he's trying to squeeze in some personal stuff that you do when you're trying to make friends. And I'm thinking to myself, this just ain't gonna work. I'm just gonna cut my losses.
But Bob could use some friends.
So I openly just told him in Starbucks, Bob, I'm just not feeling the friend thing.
Oh.
But I go, I'm sitting there, I'm eating my French fries. I go, what the fuck are you talking about? He goes, I don't think we can be friends.
I don't think it's going to work.
Right.
I'm like, this guy, in my head, I'm going, this guy's fucking out of his mind.
Like right away, you just get that out of the way.
Yeah,
I just said one time in my life, and this is it. And he's already decided we can't be friends. He's already had the whole fucking thing. You need therapy.
Well, I know I do, but I don't believe in it. I just told you that. I just told you my whole thing.
Well, when Bob rattles off his friends, Jim Norton and Patrice, and he needs friends. He needs real friends, not these clowns.
Yeah, at least I'm not out there trying to make girls my friend.
Why?
Nothing. Nice talking to you.
Yeah,
Jim Norton.
great. Nothing.
Yeah, I'll listen to you if you suck my asshole. You're right, Opie. We can't be friends.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't even
You're
remember
too honest.
the last friend I made. I was through making friends years ago. I have coworkers. I have acquaintances that, I'll talk to things about, like gaming or the news, things like that. But as far as real friends that I would call up and say, hey, what are you doing? Let's hang out. Or, I can't remember the last friend I made. It's probably somewhere back in the 90s.
I would like to make a new friend.
Would you?
Yeah.
A lot goes into that. It's a big responsibility.
It sure is.
And if you realize you don't want to be friends after you've passed the friend point, now you're really fucked.
But Opie would never get there because he has that conversation in his head the first time
he puts it. See,
I
like that, Opie. That gets it out of the way right away. It gets it out of the way.
You have to hit me fast, man. You gotta get my interest immediately.
No delusion.
I didn't know there was an audition.
It's an audition.
No, of course it is.
Audition.
And I'm sitting there and I wasn't feeling what you were saying. I'm like, you know what? I don't feel like putting in the effort to be your friend.
You're not worth my effort.
Anthony, he brought up the conversation.
Yeah.
This is like real. We were just fucking around, joking. Norton leaves. Then he throws some serious shit in my face to see how I'd respond. And of course, it was uncomfortable. It was like my dad talking to me about sex. And I don't even know Opie. And then he's like, you know what? We can't be friends. I'm like,
I didn't feel like putting in the effort. That's all.
Well,
I kind of like that approach.
I just wanted to throw that on the table because I didn't want the awkward, like, let's exchange numbers,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Give you a
I
call.
actually agree with you. You were right on the money. You shouldn't be my friend. I'm a lousy human being.
No, the last friend I made was Jim Norton. Because you were just saying, the last friend. And that's 5 years ago. I haven't made a new friend in 5-6 years now.
But I don't even go out like with Jimmy. I don't call Jim and go, hey, Jim, what are you doing? Let's go out. I consider him a friend in that, we have things in common. I could sit and talk to him about more than just, uncomfortable, sit there and go, hey, how was the weather, stuff like that. So I consider him that, but he's not a friend that I call up and go out with. I don't even know who those people are in my life anymore.
I'll never see Jim Norton again. I'll never hang out with it. Now that he's moving out of my building.
Oh, that's it, right?
I'm done.
I was
off his list.
I was out with Jimmy Friday because he's now in my neighborhood.
You stole my friend, you fucking cunt.
We all went out to dinner, and Jimmy was actually kind of sad. He was like, it's sad moving out of that building because I won't be able to just go to Bob's apartment and pet his little dogs, and he was dead serious.
Yeah, he cares about my dogs. He doesn't care about me.
Hey, a lot of people want to audition to be my friend.
Oh.
Dave in Jersey, what's up?
I'd like to audition to be Opie's friend.
All right, let's hold on. I'll give you 30 seconds to impress me. Go ahead.
All right. Well, I'm 32 years old, married, one son. I'm very desensitized, and that means I can see anything, and it doesn't really impress me. Okay, so we could be walking down the street, some guy could be berated by knives, machine guns, whatever, and I'm like, oh, that's fascinating. Someone could jump out of a box dressed like a jester. I'd be like, all right, bored, seen that. I think I'm the type of person Opie would need in his...
All right, there he goes.
Yeah, he was a little wordy.
Opie just hangs up, but didn't even give him an answer.
He was a little wordy for Opie.
Just hung up.
Let's go to Rick in Boston. Rick?
Hey, what's up, guys?
I really will take on a new friend if someone hits me between the eyes.
It's really got to be good, though, especially on the phone.
Yeah.
Can I have another audition? If I call my agent, can he set up another audition?
I don't know. What can you offer me?
What can you offer Opie as a friend?
Right. Do you have a big boat? Because I want to do some boating this summer.
See, now, something like that. Something
I
material.
do. My uncles have a place up in...
maybe some deep sea fishing?
Yeah, well, not lake fishing. How about largemouth bass and pickerel?
If you have a boat, I could be your summer friend.
Okay.
Seasonal friendship.
Friends.
Yeah.
My uncles have a boat. It's not mine, but we can use it, Opie. And they have a nice house. We can, maybe, play some chess and light a fire.
I wanted some kind of beach house where I could just, use you for your fine location.
If you want that, can you picture a friend that maybe watching the game at a bar, knocking back a few beers, and then maybe turning and saying something, I'm having problems with the wife, or, oh, God, the boss at work, and you'll be like, oh, dude, I know, those, and that kind of exchange, that friendly exchange. Can you have that with this guy, you think?
No, not at all.
Not with Rick from Boston?
Well, let's go to Rick. Let's see what Rick has to say. Rick in Boston, what's up?
Hey, what's up?
Hey.
Hey,
What? Oh, boy.
You can't be friends with a guy with a bad cell phone.
Yeah, you can't be a friend with a guy who has Sprint.
Yeah.
It's bad enough, like, me and Opie call each other, and we can't hear each other on the phone.
All right, by the way, just to be fair here, we have the Dennis Leary bit that I guess I ripped off, and I swear I had no idea I was doing it, but whatever, here it is.
I'm just not happy. Shut the fuck up, all right? You told me to shut the fuck up, and nobody ever told me that before. I feel so much better now.
Well, there you have it.
I invented shut the fuck up. Tell him, Fred, back in Washington. I said, tie a bandana around your problem.
Well, I can't really defend myself on that. That's very similar to what I was just saying. And it is off an album I did enjoy. That is off No Cure for Cancer. So
well, maybe it's
all right. Maybe it was somewhere in my brain and popped out today.
Opie.
Yeah.
I love you.
Everyone wants to be my friend. Well,
now they're all trying to be your friend.
Let's go to Ryan in Jersey. Ryan?
Hi, fellas.
Hey.
I hate Bob Kelly, by the way. I just want to throw that out there.
I hate you, too, you fucking...
You don't even know me, you cocksucker.
You
Shut the fuck up when the big boys are talking. Shut up when the big boys are talking, asshole. Anyway,
I hope your first
Opie,
dies.
shut up, asshole. I'm talking. Opie.
You are talking.
Asshole, shut up, you broken leg gimp faggot. Opie. Trying to be your friend here, and this fucking asshole's talking.
I like this guy.
Good job.
I like this guy already,
He's got
man.
spunk.
I like this guy.
You're gonna like me even more. I will bring you a new dog every week to smash in the liver. Bye.
Oh, now we're talking.
Oh, Ryan from Jersey could be a friend.
Hey, Bob, he smashed you good.
What? Shut the fuck up over and over.
He smashed you
fucking
good.
Idiot.
He smashed you good.
Yeah, you're good. Good. He's your new friend, you ass.
He could be your friend.
You can come on the radio and go, shut the fuck up, you idiot.
Can we get Jim Norton on the phone? Because he was at the Starbucks that day where I made it uncomfortable for everyone. Because Bob was feeling good about himself. He went from guest on the show every once... Well, actually, you weren't even guesting on the show yet.
No.
We were just kind of like... I would just, like, see you outside Norton's building as you walk those stupid little rats that you own. And your hairless legs. And I used to make fun of your hairless calves. And then all of a sudden you were feeling good and started going down the friend road. And right in front of Norton, I even made Norton uncomfortable. I'm like, Bob, I got to tell you, I'm just not feeling it.
Ain't gonna work.
And he goes, feeling what? I'm like, this possible friend thing, because I know what you're getting at. And you know that Jimmy and I are friends, and you're friends with Jimmy. So usually that's how you get other friends. When you're friends with somebody and they have a friend they're friends with, and you make a group. And I'm like, I don't know, man. Let's just acknowledge that this is probably not going to work.
I had the same feeling as when a girl you just met says, I love you. The same uncomfortable feeling. Like, this guy's out of his fucking mind. I got to get out of here.
You did say that many times. You're like, dude, you are out of your fucking mind.
He is. I was just sitting there. I don't even know this guy. I had no thoughts of calling him up or being his friend. I was doing a latte at Starbucks on the Upper West Side. Just out of nowhere. I'm eating a French fry. He's like, it's not going to happen, Bob. I'm like, what? We're not going to be friends. I'm like, well, good for you, you fucking psycho.
By the way, I'm moving because I hate the Upper West Side. These people are just stuck-up fucking assholes with their stupid dogs. There's so many dogs on the Upper West Side. And I see livers. I see lots and lots of livers.
Here's a guy that wants to be a friend. Opie, I know we have had problems before, but I want to be my friend. So we can hang out. I have a $20 million Hamptons mansion. It's so big I need a friend and someone who doesn't rip me off. Hoo-hoo. I invented friends. Love you, Howie from the Hamptons.
Let's go to Jeff in Jersey. Jeff?
Yo, fuck Opie. I want to be your friend, Bob.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Hey.
Yeah, me and you, we can stroll down the park, go to Starbucks. I won't tell you you're an asshole.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that, buddy. What about that?
No, not you.
You're going to take care of guys like that?
He said not you, Bob.
That motherfucker.
Bastard. I think the last friend I made, because I've been thinking about this, it was Joe Curry. He was a friend of mine for many years, and we were playing paintball, and he had invited somebody from work, and it turned out that was Adam Ferrara. And I think that was the last friend I made, 1986, I think it was.
We became friends for a while.
We're coworkers.
We used to be friends, though.
Opie, I still consider you a friend. We call up.
When?
We go out every so often.
We called each other.
I called you over the weekend.
Oh, you did? Did I answer the phone?
No.
No.
And then when the whole news thing went down.
Oh, yeah.
Arthur Ching.
Oh, yeah.
Ching-en.
There was something else I want to say to Bob, but now I can't remember.
Good. It's probably going to hurt my feelings.
It probably will.
Psychopath you are.
Good way to psych yourself up, because it probably will.
Anthony, after the show, hey, take it easy, man. Nice seeing you. And Opie, just I don't want to hang out with you, dude. Take it easy. Nah, I'm all set, man. Go ahead. You hanging with Bob? Oh, Jim, you go with Bob. I know he's your friend. He's not my friend.
I like Bob. Bob's a gamer. He plays a lot of games on the computer, so we got something in common there.
I know what I was going to say. Know who's trying to be my friend, and I'm just not sure yet?
Oh.
Eric Logan.
Elo?
Elo's trying to be my friend.
You can't. See, that's the mistake you made everywhere we've worked. NEW.
Have I done it at the new place?
Yes.
With who?
Elo.
We're not at that stage.
You've been out with Elo.
He wants to be my friend.
You've been out with Elo. You go out of your way to talk to Elo. You were ready to stay. Did you talk to Elo before we left D.C.? Before we left the station?
Yeah, I talked to him.
You did. He was there.
Yeah.
You went upstairs and talked.
Oh, no. He wasn't there. He was at the shareholders meeting.
Now, I had my coat on, and I am running for the door to get the hell out of there.
Yeah.
And Opie actually turned to somebody, I think it was Don Wiki, and said, "Is Elo here?" And Don said, "I don't know. He might be upstairs." All right, I'm going to head up and talk with Elo for a little bit. And I'm just like, oh, my God, you're insane.
Dude, I'm working it for us.
No, I
We need
understand.
someone down there that's going to understand this show.
I understand.
Because we all know the CEO doesn't get it, so I'm hoping that Eric Logan's going to explain it to him.
But that feeds the friendship thing. Because it's not just business.
That's how you
Elo starts bringing out the pictures of little Jackson.
He did invite me to his house.
See, the invite to the house. Bosses are off limits. You made friends
Do a
with...
little couple, dinner thing.
You were making friends with Jeremy over at NEW.
Yeah, for a while.
And even Ken.
Yeah, Ken
Stevens.
Stevens.
I believe you may have stayed at Ken Stevens' house.
No.
I believe you were going to stay at Ken Stevens' house for something.
No. He took me out for a steak dinner. That was it.
Okay, YSP.
Tim Sabian. I stayed at his house.
You became friends with Tim Sabian.
I still consider him a friend.
Fareed.
Nah.
You were becoming friends. You took a Learjet with him to Arizona.
I blew off the Learjet because I decided to be a nomad.
There's this whole friendship. Bob, our agent Bob Eatman. You're friends with Bob.
I stayed at his house a few times.
You stayed at his house.
I make friends.
Tipped his maid.
I do tip his maid because Bob's so cheap he doesn't tip his own maid.
He asked her for a receipt.
Yeah, pretty much.
Cheap Jew.
She works an extra 5 or 6 hours, and he's like, "Oh God, here's $10. I'm mortified when I stay there."
What a cheapo.
So she cleans out my dirty. She does my laundry, and Bob's like, "Don't tip her." And I leave money on the dresser for her, $5-10 a day.
Oh my God!
To do my laundry. That's just disgusting when I'm out there.
I could not.
And as far as Fareed, I had a ride back to New York from Phoenix because I went out there to talk at his stupid radio conference.
Yeah.
For what stock do we own?
Citadel.
Oh yeah, Citadel.
Shittadel, I call it.
And And I had a ride back on his Learjet, and I blew it off because I wanted to just roam around the country.
Really?
Looking for friends.
Searching for friends.
See, this is the other side of me being an asshole. The reality is I have no friends.
No.
I had 2 years off, and I spent most of that time wandering around America
alone
by myself.
Like Kane from Kung Fu.
You would think I could have called up somebody and said, "Hey, let's go.
Nothing.
Let's go have some fun."
And they'd say, "Sorry, not only am I not your friend, but I work for a living."
Right. But Elo is trying to be friends, and he says, "I love you, buddy," and things
Don't
like
do
that.
it.
He uses the word love.
Maybe you should just learn Kung Fu or something.
Kung Fu?
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea.
Learn Kung Fu, become like a master, and then just walk around roaming.
Wander the earth, get in adventures.
Yeah, get a stick, blind yourself.
All right, let's do a quick thing with the phones here. Go ahead, Dane, real fast.
Hey, hi, Opie. Hi, Anthony. Fuck you, Bob Kelly. I got a boatload of friends for Opie.
Yeah?
I got a bunch of pregnant girls over here in Jersey with their thick areola nipples and that dark line running up their belly for you. How about that?
God.
You want that?
You want that?
With the milk, with that sweet,
see?
sugary milk running out of their...
See, Bob? That's how we could have connected. If we were at a Starbucks and all of a sudden you pointed out a pregnant woman and said, "Wow, that's hot," and I would have said, "You know, Bob, I think that's hot too."
Wow.
Then we would have had
a
little something in common, and we could have went from there.
I didn't know there was friggin' a script to friggin' become your friend. Maybe next time you should fax it over to me and I'll rehearse.
All right, Mike. Mike from Long Island brings up a good point about Opie and friendship. How about Barry Williams, Opie? You were seeking the friendship of Barry Williams.
Anthony had to remind me that he was married. Because, did we tell this story on the air?
Yeah.
I remember where I was, too. I actually called Anthony for advice. I was out in L.A. I was actually doing some inline skating around the Santa Monica Pier. It's just amazing. You could, skate, on the beach or whatever, a bike path. And my phone rings because, Barry Williams, Greg Brady, he was on our show a lot. And he said, next time you're out to L.A., give me a call. We'll hang. And we hear this from a lot of our, quote, celebrity friends / guests.
I don't consider them friends.
Right.
No.
And they always blow us off. But I called up like, what the hell? And once again, I'm by myself out in L.A. trying to kill time. And Barry actually says this. He goes, dude, I live at the top of Beverly Hills or somewhere, Bel Air or something, at the top of one of the mountains. He goes, why don't you come over around 6:30? He actually said this. I'm going to throw myself under the bus, and then I will save myself with my pal Anthony. He goes, come up around 6:30. We'll smoke some cigars. We'll have a couple apple martinis. And we'll watch the sunset.
Watch the sunset.
And then we'll have a barbecue. And I'm like, that's exactly what it was like. I was just like stupefied. I'm like,
because that sounds like the gayest thing two guys could do.
I think Barry wants to suck my dick.
Oh, apple martini breath on your bag.
But you have to because it's Greg Brady. I mean, come on.
Right. Suck your dick.
So then I'm going through it in my head. I'm like, if I go up there and all of a sudden he makes a move on me, I obviously got to tell him, hey, look, Barry, hey. And all of a sudden that sad Brady Bunch music has to play because I'm rejecting Greg Brady.
You could have took your rollerblades up there and rollerblade home, homo.
Oh, hold on. Norton's on the line, and then we'll get back to the Greg Brady thing. Hey, Jimmy.
Hey, what's up, boys?
How's the move going?
It's cool, man. It kind of reminds me, watching your stuff be taken. You ever see, like, as soon as Saddam Hussein fell, the way Baghdad looked, the way they were running into stores? That's the way my shit is being lugged out of this apartment.
Really?
They treat other people's stuff the way I would treat other people's stuff.
Just like shit.
Dude, we've talked about this on the air. The last time I bought a TV, now they're nice and flat and stuff. My TV, I'm not kidding you, weighed about 500 pounds. It's one of the last picture tube TVs you can get, 45-inch, massive, cool.
Yeah.
And these gorillas actually rolled the TV into my apartment. They didn't care. Rolled it. They couldn't lift it because it's so heavy, so they rolled it end over end over end. And these guys looked like they just got out of prison. I was scared. I didn't say shit. I was just hoping it worked. And I even tipped them.
Oh, of course.
They bashed my walls and everything. They rolled it in like a boulder.
Well, the guy made sure beforehand. He made sure I was going to tip, which I certainly am. And it's just, I'm glad I did as much stuff as I did beforehand, because I'm talking a lot because it's echoing here. I'm glad I did so much shit beforehand, because it's just amazing to watch all your stuff just get thrown into large boxes. Oh, white comforter with black dirty candle stuff thrown on them. It's awful.
Oh, yeah. They have like 5 or 6 moves today. I mean, your move is one of many. They have to get it done immediately.
Jimmy, they're boxing things up, too?
Yeah, just like most of my stuff is done, but there's some loose stuff. They just take these giant boxes, like for your comforter, your candle hold, anything you have. That little leg thing I have under my toilet is now on top of my comforter. Everything.
Yeah, they just throw it in a box and move it out.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Hey, Jimmy, I'm going to bring up a memory. We got Bob Kelly on the line. We're going to eventually play his audio.
Hi, Jimmy.
Hi, Bobby.
You remember the time when we were off the air and we all hung out at Starbucks near your old place there that you're moving out of? Me, you, and Kelly, and I turned to him and told him he couldn't be my friend?
It was the Cosmic Diner.
Oh, was it the diner?
It was a diner. Jimmy went to take a pee, and then me and you were talking, and we were talking, and you brought up some serious relationship issue.
Yeah.
Wow, Opie was almost like pulling you in.
I was trying you out. I'm like, forget it. He can't relate to this bullshit.
And then again, I get, it's like some uncomfortable thing where, I don't know, dude. I guess you just, try, one day at a time. I don't know. Yeah. And then he was like, you know what? We can't be friends.
That was his like line to see if you could audition to be his friend, and you just flunked the audition.
I really did. I got nervous. I was holding my script in my hand, looking at the lines.
Do you remember that, Jimmy, where I just openly told him, it's just not going to work? And he didn't.
I remember some awkward exchange between you two, which I had to sit in the middle of course.
Yeah, I told Anthony that you were the last friend I ever made, Jimmy, 5-6 years ago. I haven't made a friend since. And because you're friends with Bob Kelly, I think we all had a feeling that maybe Bob will join this little crew of ours, our separate little crew. And I just told Bob, it's just not happening.
Yeah, I do remember that, and it was, it was kind of heartbreaking for everyone involved because I didn't realize I have to choose sides. And I love you, Bob, but until you get a radio show, go fuck yourself.
Well, we've talked about that. If this show goes away again, none of us will keep in touch. I mean, who are we kidding?
I don't know. We hung out. We kept in touch. I mean, and Anthony, I called a few times, and I'm sure he heard my messages. So I mean,
yeah.
You know.
I don't have friends either. I have guys I work with that I'm some of them I'm closer with than others, and that's it. I don't have friends. Don't need them.
All right.
We're a bunch of friendless asses.
That's it. But look at what we've grown into. I used to have friends when I was younger. Oh, I'd go out with them, call up, and go, hey, let's go down to the bar. Let's go to the Artful Dodger down there in Huntington.
I was going to say build tree forts together.
Yeah.
And,
sleep in the tree fort, and you can try to suck my dick, and I'll be asleep. Fun nights out.
Right.
Jeep, jeep.
Let me roll this up for you. Okay. Well, I'm in my bedroom now. They're taking my bed out.
Uh-oh.
Or they're undoing the bed.
Are they in? Are they in the outbreak suits? They should be.
Oh, hold on. Is that piece stuck right there?
Oh my God! Of course. The best is when you move and you see the stuff that is under your bed.
Yeah.
Oh my God! The stuff I found under my bed the last time I moved.
They're finding fake Lee press-on nails from grannies.
All right, Jimmy. We'll let you be.
Yeah, no, I believe you. I figured that was coming. I heard all the laughs and everyone's having fun, and I'm here in my echoey apartment contributing. Wait, can you guys hear him yelling in the background and groaning?
No.
Oh, we're just trying to get the bed done. He's fuming.
What nationality are your movers?
Yeah. Well, let me think.
Do they golf?
Was that? No, almost.
They play the game of the foot.
They get along with people who golf. They tend to live in the same neighborhood as golfers.
Oh. Are they, do they make good pitchers?
Good what?
Do they make good ball players?
Yes, they do.
Right.
Yes. Normally they do.
They're good with a knife?
And they're good with a knife? Do their young children always fall out the windows here in the city?
Yeah.
And choke on
do.
little pieces of candy?
Yeah, it's not that they don't have window guards. It's just they chew through them. Yeah.
But you're not talking about, like, type of people whose 9-year-old might stab an 11-year-old girl pal.
Maybe that type of person, yeah.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
That's really awful. All right, I know. I'll let myself be. I'm contributing nothing. I'm standing here in a dusty, empty apartment, depressed.
I can't believe you got a Polish moving company.
That's it.
bunch of newfies.
Mm.
Newfies.
All right, thanks,
Bye,
Jimmy.
Jimmy. It was nice being your friend.
Hey, Bob, why don't you help me? You're on the 5th floor, stupid.
You're out of your friggin' mind.
Yeah,
he's right up there,
Bob.
He's right
Jesus.
upstairs from you.
That's what a friend does. A friend helps you move.
Moving is the ultimate friend commitment.
My duffel bag yesterday. He wouldn't take it.
We've all seen
Incidentally,
Seinfeld.
I know. I was going to do more, but then people would say I'm ripping off Seinfeld today.
But that is the ultimate
I stopped myself.
buddy commitment.
Yeah, where's Keith Hernandez when you need him? All right.
And you were actually very funny last night.
No. Who?
Me?
Hello.
What are you talking about?
What's that? Oh, no, my phone dropped out.
Nice talking to you.
All right, everyone. Jimmy, thank you.
Bye, Jimmy.
All right, we're going to let Jimmy be. We're going to go back to Bob Kelly.
Oh, Jesus.
Where the hell were we? Oh, the Barry.